Okay, so, Level Infinite. Let's talk about that shit. Now, in case you don't know what Level Infinite is, they are a publishing company that published two gacha games in recent memory, Tower Fantasy and Nikke. Tower Fantasy I'm going to tear into later, but Nikke I'm going to talk about now. Now, in case you don't know what Nikke is, it's a game about ass. And that's basically it. That's damn near the only selling point of the game. And a little while ago, I streamed it up, and after finishing that stream, I had two thoughts rolling around in my mind. One, damn, I'm never going to play this shit again. And two, did I install a virus via LD Player? But after not playing the game, thankfully, I've just been seeing more and more about the amount of bugs that are in the game. And I was thinking of making a video about it, but I was like, nah, I don't feel like doing that shit. So I just never really did. But then a new controversy came out today, and probably a week from now, there's going to be another one. Now, to get into the controversy, let me just read it out, as it's pretty easy to explain. So, Nikke had a controversial paid-only banner that launched with their global release. This banner advertised a guaranteed SSR with a 10 pull, with the disclaimer that Pilgrim units are not part of the guaranteed SSR pool. However, there's outrage amongst the Korean community today as a Korean streamer pulled a Pilgrim unit, and only the Pilgrim unit, from the guaranteed SSR 10 pool. Because they are not part of the guaranteed pool, it means that it was drawn from the non-guaranteed SSR pool in the first 9 pulls, and logically the streamer should have received an additional SSR from the non-Pilgrim pool on his 10th pull. However, he only got one. And the problem with that is that he got an SSR that was outside of the guaranteed pool. That means that should have been before the guarantee. It should have been different. He should have gotten that SSR and then the guaranteed one as well, which would then just be whatever is in that pool. Thus totaling he gets 2 SSRs within the 10 pool. But that didn't happen, which means there's something about the coding which is fucking ass, which isn't surprising considering the fucking shit amount of bugs that are in this goddamn game, which I'll get into later. Now, people are calling this a scam, and that is not an exaggeration in the slightest. It is a scam. What they labeled down for what should happen when you gamble didn't happen. They were lying to you. It was false information. You know, intentional or not, it's still a lie. I don't know if there's any legal repercussions, but there should be, because it's gambling, and then they just lied about the odds. I'm pretty sure that shit shouldn't be allowed. Maybe laws in Korea are different, but when it comes to that shit, I'm pretty sure they should, you know, have some class action go against them, because, I mean, just look at it. The motherfucker's streaming. It's not like it's edited. You can see the chat right there. Damn, don't know what the fuck they're saying, but he is streaming. He didn't edit it. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lawsuit could be taken against them because they actually just lied about gambling rates. You're not allowed to do that. Now, if you want the full degree, the full fucking bar of ass that this game possesses, then this post basically sums up the majority of it. And after reading through the majority of this, honestly, I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with you. I kinda wish I continued playing the game. Not because I think it's good, god no, definitely not. Because I think the review would have been fucking hilarious. It's been a while since I've gone gorillas bananas and tore ass through something in a review. Last time was maybe Genshin, but I wouldn't even say that was really that bad. Last time was probably Shield Hero, and my lord, this review would have been fucking hilarious to write. But to get through why this game is just dog shit via bugs, there's a power level stat penalty. When you're below the recommended power, you are immediately hit with, what the hell is that, a 25% disadvantage. Are you fucking kidding me? You go below the power level and it's like, you are clearly unequipped to handle this. And now most games are like, hey, you'll be able to get through this with skill, you know? Since you're fighting an uphill battle, Vimy Ridge, good luck with that. But this game actually just takes a shit on you. It actually just says, nah, fuck you. So, get the fuck out of here. You're under power level? It's gonna be even harder now. Harder via the difficulty set out from the beginning, and then we're also just gonna be nerfing you a bit more. And then to add on to that, crits, don't work properly. They actually deal less damage when you're under the power level. And you know, it's like, oh shit, you got lucky, you got a crit. In that game, no. Bitch, you're under power level? Okay. Bottom of the caste system, second class citizen. And then you get a crit? Oh shit, you're rewarded. Less damage. More reasons not to play the game, you're welcome. And then even outside of that, Crits scale like ass. I'm not gonna get into particularly as to why. You could read that shit. I'm not giving this more time than I fucking need to. Because honestly, fuck Level Infinite. Character breaking bugs, pretty sure all of them are bugged from what I fucking heard. Would be damn surprised to find one that actually somehow works. But hey, you know what they say about broken clocks, right? Inaccurate skill descriptions, which... yeah, I mean, that shit happens a lot in gacha games, unfortunate as it is. But even that, you know, it's definitely a problem. More on the minor end, but shit like that still happens. Skill cooldowns not shown in English? Not surprised? I think this is probably the worst one of all for weebs. Little bug exists that kind of just resets the progress you have with character story episodes. So, you know, that means you get to like episode 3 of a character story. It could just happen that you get reset to 0. Your waifu no longer loves you. Level Infinite basically just cucked you, is the long and short of how that is. Probably the worst bug by far. Definitely had people crying themselves to sleep. More bugs. 2 characters released that were actually fucking good, and then their gacha rates were just considerably lower for whatever ungodly reason. Who will be able to find out? Okay, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm glad I didn't read this before recording. I'm glad I'm reading it as I'm doing that. The game is client side. That's how it's processed. Now, okay, hopefully my description of this will be good enough, but there's client side shit and server side shit. Server side is what goes on with like the actual fucking game servers, and that's how shit gets verified a lot. Whilst client side is just what the player sees. So if you ever played like, let's say Smash Ultimate, you could have like mods that change up the characters and how they look. That's client side. If you just change the way a character looks, that's on your Switch. So that doesn't affect the actual server of the game. But now let's say you were to get a mod that made it so a character has a different moveset. That would then be server side. That mod would be server side, which would then get you banned because that's not verified. That's not how it should be on the server. But if the game is purely client-side, or at the very least, mostly client-side processing, that sounds like it's fucking dog shit. That sounds like that's very easy to fuck with. Nah, hackers and leaderboards, not terribly surprised. RNG chance for rewards in the first event, and then they made a little update saying that there's an unrealistic power level, so just said fuck you to free-to-plays, which it's an idle gacha game, so if you don't really meet the power level, especially with the 25% penalty they give you, if you don't meet that power level, then you're just kind of fucked anyway. And then they talk about like salted emo accounts getting banned. I don't know what the fuck a salted emo account is. Maybe it's like a 10-minute mail is what they're talking about. I honestly don't know much about that shit. Now time to talk about some shit that actually pisses me off. The other game that Level Infinite published, Tower of Fantasy. A game I said I had hope for. Holy shit, I did not know hope could die like it did that day. Oh my fucking god. Now, after making that review, I eventually stopped playing. The reason I stopped playing was, I'll get into it later, but they basically fucked over Global in a different way than what I'm going to talk about now. I'm not going to get too much into this because I don't want to give them the fucking time of day. I'm just making this video to talk shit about them. But they released packs towards Global, little limited packs, and then we're like, hey yo, buy this shit up. It's good for you and all that. And then people just compared it to the packs, same packs, or same kind of deal that was on CN server. And then CN packs were considerably better than what Global got. It was fucking night and day. Now naturally, people saw that and got pissed off. Because you should. If a company is doing that to you, you should talk mad shit about them. Even if you don't pay for the game, you should talk that shit. Because if they're willing to treat paid players like ass, then why would they be willing to treat you, a free-to-play who does not give them any money, good? If you are a player of a game and you see shit like that, you need to immediately go, yeah, fuck that shit. You need to stop playing like what I did, if you wish to, or you need to just go like, hey, love this game, but y'all are fucking idiots for that shit. Now, speaking of idiots, I don't know if this is true, so I won't talk complete shit, but apparently, the mods of the Tower Fantasy subreddit kind of just kept on plucking away any posts that kind of criticized that little functionality of the game. Now, I haven't seen anything to verify that. I haven't really been that active on the sub. When I stopped playing the game, I unsubscribed from it, I even deleted the fucking game. However, provided it is, there is no shorter path to seem like a fanatical fucking moron than deleting criticism about a game on its own subreddit. It's unofficial. I don't believe so. If it was official, maybe it would be a bit different, but I don't believe it is. So you just mean to tell me it's a bunch of fanboys running it, which, I mean, that kind of makes sense thinking on it further, but you still seem like a fucking idiot when you're just gonna be like, a truth that we don't like, talking shit about our game? No. Echo chamber, motherfucker, get that shit out of here. Forgetting the fact that, in so doing, you're just gonna make it more popular. And this was the reason I stopped playing the game. The daily supply box. I don't give a shit to find out the CN version to show you how it's worse, because I don't want to give this shit more time than fucking needed. I'm just here to talk shit, and also just inform anyone who doesn't know. But this, considerably fucking worse than the version in CN. The version in CN, you would get a lot more rewards for a lot less. So after I saw that, I stopped playing. I could forgive the bugs in the game. I could forgive that. The shit story, I could forgive that as well. That can improve over time. The hackers, they were getting banned. Some good compensation towards those who were banned unjustly. So I could forgive the hackers, you know, and I like the response. But then seeing this shit, seeing they are willing to just scam their players, I can't forgive that. You know, like they did do a lot of copyright. That isn't that good. They should face legal repercussions for just the amount of shit they simply copied and put into their fucking game, like FGO's Star Quartz. But when it comes to shit like that, when you're just gonna make something worse for the global version, as just a fuck you, there's no way I could actually wholeheartedly support your game. There's no way I could look at it and go like, yeah, this is something I want to continue playing, this is something I'm fine with playing. No. And if you play the game, then you shouldn't be fine with that either, at least in my opinion. You shouldn't be like, oh, okay, I don't pay, it's fine. If they're gonna fuck over the people who pay, they're gonna fuck over you. That's just a guarantee. They're gonna keep on doing more and more terrible shit until eventually people draw the line. But then within time, people are gonna stop playing the game, and then those who continue to play the game are gonna become more fucking fanatical about it, so they can continue the worse and worse shit they're doing in the game even more. You know, so it's like, okay, well at first we're just gonna have the daily supply box be pretty bad. Okay, we didn't face a lot of outrage against that. Okay, let's make these limited packs you could buy, let's just make those worse. Okay, we're getting a bit of outrage. Let's tone it down. Over time passes, people forget, because people always fucking forget. And then, okay, so some people stop playing, but the people who are playing, they've been playing for a while. We could probably get away with doing more bad shit. That's what's happened in many games before. That's what I would not be surprised with seeing at all in this game. So what's the general point of trying to drive home? Don't be a fanboy, address something with how it is. And then further from that, fuck Level Infinite, because they're the ones that publish Nikke and Tower Fantasy. And looks like they're fucking incompetent. And the best thing to take from this is play Path to Nowhere. The gacha game came out recently. Nobody's fucking talking about the Path to Nowhere. Play that shit. Because looks to be the only gacha game in recent memory that has come out not fucking its player base over. Except for Neural Cloud. I don't think that's really been fucking people over too much. But yeah, play Path to Nowhere. Fuck this game. And also the reason I say it wasn't fucking its players over too much is because Neural Cloud, it's meant to have a game mode that gives free quartz. Yeah, it don't have that shit. Global just doesn't have that. So yeah, play Path to Nowhere. I'm pretty sure they haven't fucked over their player base. Hopefully not. They actually treat people with or consumers with respect. Yeah, play that game. Please, it really shouldn't fucking die. Play it. You don't have a choice in the matter. Motherfucker, open the Play Store now. Download that shit. You got room on your phone. If not, delete some shit. Delete this game. Or not this game, not this game. Neural Cloud seems to be alright. But delete the Level Infinite games. Fuck them. Fuck them.